Hello, I am so glad you can join me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Guys, today I am making a special bun for you because Easter is about to be here, and one thing people in the Caribbean do throughout the Caribbean is they have this bun. It's a spice bun that they usually have for Easter. Have on Easter morning, they eat it with cheese. So this bun is really good. It's delicious. I love it, and I want you guys to learn how to make it so that you can make your own bun for Easter. So in front of me I have all my ingredients that is gonna go into the bun. So I want to show you exactly how it is done. So let's go over to the stove so we can start right there. The first thing you're going to do is get a little saucepan. I have a saucepan here. I have a 1/4 cup of butter. And we're going to let this butter melt a little bit. And while this butter is melting, I'm going to put, this is 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to put this sugar in here. We just want it to melt. We're not boiling it because we're not making caramel. Just want to melt the sugar and the butter a little bit. Once that starts to melt, I have in here a 1/4 cup of honey. I'm going to pour, and remember, honey is optional. It's not something that you have to have, but if you have it, it's good. So that's a 1/4 cup of honey. I'm going to melt this a little bit. And you just stir. We're not going to boil it. We just want to heat it up, as I said, to melt the sugar and to melt the butter. One thing that people add to this sauce here that I'm making is some jelly. Oh, let me lower my stove. My stove is getting a little bit high, guys. I told you I don't want it to boil. And my stove is getting, I have it a little bit too high, so I just lowered the stove. Okay, so I'm gonna put in there 2 tablespoons of honey. Oh, I already put the honey. 2 tablespoons of, this is strawberry jam that I'm putting in there. But you can use guava jelly, you can use lemon, you can use whatever kind that you have, that is okay. So I just basically want to melt the jam here and the sugar, and then I'm going to turn the stove off because I don't want too much stuff in here. And once you put this together, you're going to let this cool, but I'm going to still add a couple of things to it. So I'm going to turn the stove off because I think there's enough heat here that will melt this stuff in here. So I turn the stove off. To that, guys, I have a Malta that I'm going to add to this. Now, some people add Guinness stout. You can add a Guinness stout, dragon stout. The Guinness is a little bitter, so I think you still get that little bitter taste. So I like a malt instead, but you know, you have options, okay? So I'm using a malt. Back in Barbados, we have Tiger malts. Okay. So this is a malt, and I've added to that. My stove is off. I'm going to use 1/2 a teaspoon of, this is Almond Essence. I'm using 1/2 a teaspoon of Almond Essence. Pour that in there. Use 1/2 a teaspoon of, actually I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Pour that in there. I also will be using some molasses. Molasses gives it the nice rich color, so I'm going to use 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of molasses. Makes it nice and rich. And I'm going to go ahead and stir that. I'm going to set this aside and let it cool for a few minutes. I need this to cool. So I'm going to pour it in here. And I'm going to set this aside because this is what we're going to use. I'm going to set this aside to cool. You can put it in the refrigerator. It'll cool faster, or just set it aside until you're ready and it will be cool. So now let's go on to the next thing that we're going to do. So over here I have my bowl. This is the bowl I'm going to use. I'm not making a very big cake. I'm just making one cake, okay? But if you want at least 2 cakes, you could just double the recipe of everything that I just did. You can double it, okay? So now in here, I have 2 cups of flour. And what we're going to do is we're going to sieve this flour. You're going to sieve so everything will be distributed throughout. Over here, let me show you what I have in here. I have half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of allspice, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of salt. So I am also going to put this in here. Put that in there. Put it over there. And sieve that as well. And then I'm going to add some more flour to that. And sieve. Now over here I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Add that in there. And I have 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. Need a little baking powder so it would rise. And we're gonna continue to sieve. And then we're gonna put the rest of the and that's it. This is the pieces, like hard pieces here of the spice. So I'm not gonna use that. Just put that over there. Now I'm gonna mix this up. I'm gonna continue to mix this up so everything will be distributed throughout. And over here, I have half a cup of raisins. And in my raisins, I had some port wine that was left over from Christmas. So I poured, instead of pouring water to my raisins, I put port wine, but you can put water. You know, you have that choice. But I put some port wine to these. So I'm going to pour this in here with the flour. And mix it all up. Ooh, okay. Guys, I didn't mean to pour all my raisins. I was going to leave back some to put on the top. I completely forgot, so I poured the whole thing. But that's okay. So I'm going to set this aside for a minute. The next thing I'm going to do, guys, you take 1 egg. And I'm going to put 1 egg in here. And I'm going to take my grater. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grate a little bit of lemon in here. And a little bit of zest in there. And the zest is just to cut some of the rawness from the egg. So I'm not putting a lot of it. Okay, and that's it for now. Okay, guys. So the egg that I just beat up, I'm gonna add the egg to my liquid here, okay? I'm gonna add the egg here to this. And just mix it up. Now I'm gonna add this liquid to my flour. So as usual, I have my flour here. I put my raisins in here. I didn't mean to put all the raisins in, but I put my raisins in here. I'm going to add some cherries to that. I'm gonna sieve back some of my cherries. I have my fruits here. I'm gonna add some fruits. These are all half a cups, guys. And I'm gonna just sieve back some. Okay, now I'm gonna make a well right here in the center, and I'm gonna take my liquid and I'm gonna pour it in my well and then mix it up well together. You're gonna stir it, mix it up well, stir it up. Make sure that you set your oven, guys, for 350 so you can preheat your oven while you're doing this. Okay. Pour some more in there. I'm gonna save back a little bit of the liquid. I'm not gonna pour all the liquid in. I'm just gonna save back a little bit, but I'll show you in the end what I'm gonna do with that little bit that I saved back, okay? So in the meantime, we're gonna mix this up well. Make sure it's combined good. Looks good. I'm gonna pour some more to that and mix it up. Mix it up well. And this is where my browning come in now, guys. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of browning to that. But a tablespoon is good because you don't want to make it too dark. And mix it up well. It's going to give it a nice color. Continue to mix. Just a drop more. And this I'm gonna save back. I'm not gonna use any more of that. I'm just gonna mix this up. We're making a spice bun, guys. It is Easter. Easter is around the corner. You can have your bun, you can get your cheese. I went to the supermarket today and I saw some Easter buns. I was like, I'm going home and make my own bun right now. You can make your own bun. Just watch this. I'll tell you what it tastes like in the end. That's a piece of cherry right there. And this is done, guys. See, 1, 2, 3, and it's done. It's not hard at all. Just get all your ingredients together and then you make this. So I'm gonna get myself a pan and I'm gonna put this in the oven and we're gonna bake this for about an hour. Okay, you're gonna bake it at about 350 for about an hour, but you can check if an hour and it's not finished, just lower your stove and let it continue to cook. Okay, so let me get my pan. Make a spice bun. Easter spice bun right here. Come and get it. It is good. You try it for yourself. You can go to the store and buy a big old bun for about 10 bucks, or you can get the ingredients and make yourself 10 buns, okay? So let's go. Let's continue working. So I have a pan right here. You can put some paper to the bottom of your pan, parchment paper, or you can just spray. I'm gonna just get a quick little spray and that's it. Now I'm going to take my bun to be and pour it in here. Let's get all that good stuff out of here. This smells so good. I can smell the molasses. It smells good, good, good. Get it all out, all out, out, out. Okay. Spice bun, guys. Spice bun. And this is it. Now I just was gonna take my fruits and kind of just sprinkle some on the top like that. I was gonna do that with the raisins, but I forgot and I don't want to put no more raisins in there. And then I took some cherries, kind of sprinkle a little bit of cherries at the top. I just put the rest of this in here. You like to eat these, right, Mr. Charlie? Okay. So guys, so this is my bun right here. I will put this in the oven. I'm gonna put that in the oven and I'll be back in about an hour to take it out of the oven and show you exactly what it looks like. Okay. Okay guys, the spice bun is all done. Here it is. Just take it out the oven, hot. So let me show you. Remember we had this little liquid here that was left over. So now what I'm gonna take it and do is I'm gonna glaze the bun with this. It just came out of the oven. It's nice and hot still. So this is what the extra liquid is gonna do. It's just gonna give it that nice glaze. Let me see if I can take it out of the pan. It is still hot. Oh, look at that. Came out nicely. So I just want to put a little, ooh, I'm making a mess, but I just want to glaze the sides and the bottom. It's okay, we clean up our mess. And that's it. Right now, because it just came out of the oven, it's gonna be soft. So I'm gonna leave it for a few minutes. Don't worry about that mess. I'll clean that mess up. And I'm gonna leave it for a few minutes for it to cool, because right now it is very hot. And when it cools, I'm gonna come back and cut it and taste it for you. Yeah, I'll be right back. Guys, the bun is all done. It is cool, and it is time for us, or me, to take a taste and tell you exactly what it tastes like. So over here, here's the bun. It looks good. It came out of the oven good. Let me cut it. Let's see if it is nice and moist the way it's supposed to be. So let me just make some slices. It's cutting nicely. Right here with it, guys. Look, it looks nice and moist. Look at the moistness in the cake. It looks nice and moist. It looks good. It looks very, very good. There's a cherry there. It's a little bit warm still. I could have probably cut the cherry up a little bit smaller, but that's good. And guys, that's how you make spice bun. Very good. It's nice and moist. I'm gonna taste it for you. This is my spice bun, so let me go ahead and taste it and tell you exactly what it tastes like. This bun came out very good, guys, and as I told you, it is nice and it's soft. You see, it's nice. Has a nice rice to it. Nice and soft. So let me go ahead and taste it. It's good. It is good. Guys, you see how soft it is? I'm celebrating the early Easter. My mouth is happy. This is my happy dance. That bun is very good. If I tell you it's good, it's good. It came out really good. I'm gonna put the recipe below for you. You see exactly how I do it. Do it exactly the way I did it, and you're gonna have a perfect bun. This give you, as you see, it give me what I did. Give one cake, but if you want one bun, but if you want more than one, just double up on the recipe. Just double up. Guys, this was fun. I had fun making this for you. I hope each and every one of you have a very happy Easter. And thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to share the video so one of your friends or someone that you may know may want to make a bun for Easter. And this is a good way for them to make the buns. So please go ahead and share the video. Give the video a thumbs up. If you are watching the video for the first time and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so every time I put up a video, you will be notified. I had fun making this, and I hope you have fun making some for your family as well. Until next time, bye-bye.